Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Rico's Rants. I'm your host, Rico DiGiorgio. Now, if you're watching this on Thanksgiving, go eat some turkey or tofu, whatever the fuck you eat. As you can see, I have an awesome fucking new sweatshirt my mother got me. I didn't know giving gifts on Thanksgiving was a fucking thing. So as you can see, it's a little clue of what we're gonna do. Captain America. Actually, no. Fuck that. We're going to do Justice League. That's right. Oh, God. I feel like I'm sort of like an imposter. We're going to do a Justice League review wearing a Captain America sweatshirt. And the only reason why I'm doing it is because it's fucking cold right now. And it's fucking early. Why am I up this early? Why am I the responsible adult in this family? I woke up at like 8 o'clock and I'm like, why is everyone asleep? Why am I awake? Is there coffee? There's leftover coffee from last night. Why did they make coffee last night? Why am I drinking this old coffee now? Why can't I just make coffee? Because I feel bad. I don't want to be the responsible adult. I want Legos and Barney. Give me Barney and Legos. I need it. No, I don't really want Barney, but fucking Legos are awesome. Anyways, I clearly need coffee, or not enough. Justice League. So, look, spoilers ahead of time. Just so you know, spoilers ahead of time, and I'm sorry for the shaky cam. I have nowhere to put this. And I'm at my mother's, so it's like I'm in a garage right now because it's the only place that gives off enough light without going outside and pissing off all of Richmond. That is some severe product placement right there. I like peace. So Justice League. Right off the bat, pun intended, I liked it. I didn't love it, but I liked it. I didn't hate it, but I liked it. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't amazing. The problem is this movie clearly was just not what DC intended. It was not what Warner Brothers intended. I don't know if it was Zack Snyder, or I don't know if it was Joss Whedon. I don't know if it was Warner Brothers. I don't know. We don't fucking know. I will say this, from the very beginning, I knew it was going to be a weird movie. Because, again, spoilers, it starts off with a cell phone video when Superman is still alive. So, pre-Batman v Superman, post Man of Steel. And it shows like someone filming a kid going up to Superman and talking to him. Superman just saved the day of some minor fucking crimes, whatever the fuck. And you see Superman's mouth. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know this is so weird. Henry Cavill was doing Mission Impossible 6 for Paramount and had to grow a mustache. And, you know, having a mustache on Superman would be weird unless he had a full beard and a mullet. Then that's fine. Paramount wouldn't let him shave to do reshoots of Justice League. So he had to have a mustache. And Paramount wouldn't just fucking like let him shave it off and then put a fake mustache on him. Paramount's being very petty. They're like, no, fuck you. Fuck Warner Brothers. You keep that fucking mustache. You want to be in Mission Impossible? You fucking keep that mustache. So, fucking Warner Brothers' decision was to digitally erase his mustache. And it's really noticeable. Like, you're looking at him and his mouth is all fucking CGI'd. It really kind of looks like one of those super old cartoons where it was a cartoon and it was still framed. And they had a real person's mouth talking, and it just looks fake and looks bizarre. And I gotta admit, it took me out of the fucking movie. It just made me stare at his mouth. Every time he comes back, I looked at his fucking mouth the whole time. I did like, there's an opening scene with Ben Affleck's Batman, who I still think is great, actually doing a crime in Gotham. Like, we hadn't seen this. Like, honestly, the last time in cinema history that I remember Batman doing just a simple crime stopping kind of spree instead of big, like, megalomania kind of, like, stopping a big time villain, is all the way back in, like, Batman '89 with Michael Keaton. That's how it opens, and that's I mean, Batman is a superhero, but he ultimately is a street hero as well. I mean, he stops crime, he stops muggings, he stops rapes, he does all that shit. So it's nice to see it sort of start out with a old-timey type of situation, not him taking on the Joker or something in the beginning. Not a sort of... look, regardless, it also kind of was a weird scene as well, because Ben Affleck's... I mean, Batman, after he defeats a villain, he's got Alfred on Bluetooth or whatever the fuck, Battooth. What would you call it? Blue Bat. And he says Alfred's name, like, out loud in front of the criminal that he just stopped, and it's just sort of like, why would he do that? Alfred needs a code name. Fucking not like something like Overwatch or Oracle. He needs a code name. You know, Butler 27 or something, or Buttman, or I don't know. It's just something. Give Alfred, like, you know, call him, code name is E. Newman, as an Alfred E. Newman. Or call him Scar. A little throw in for Jeremy Irons. Anyways, Wonder Woman had a great scene in the beginning, and Wonder Woman's great in it. Gal Gadot is great, as always. Henry Cavill comes back as Superman, and he's great in it, for the most part. Fucking, listen, I like Jason Momoa. I like this iteration of Aquaman. I thought it was a nice, interesting direction they went, making him more sort of nomadic in his own way, and sort of just, I mean, the way they made it interesting. But I have to question, why in the fuck was Aquaman in this movie? The big finale is in a fucking, like, Russian desert. What purpose was Aquaman in this movie? He's in water, like, twice. And apart from one scene, it shares no point of him, like, saving the Justice League or being badass. He literally, like, swims away at one point, goes to Atlantis, and tries to stop Steppenwolf, and that doesn't do him any good. So then he saves the Justice League by, like, trying to stop a giant wave with his trident, and ultimately that doesn't work either. So what the fuck was the point of him? He didn't talk to fish. He didn't, you know, fling a giant shark at Steppenwolf. That would have been awesome. Now, it's probably because they're just trying to save all the awesomeness for Aquaman, the movie, but at the same time, it's like, what the fuck was the point? Like, alright, so, Cyborg, I was more interested in the Cyborg storyline. I thought the dynamic between him and his dad, interestingly played by fucking Joe Morton, who his other most famous role is him playing Miles Dyson in Terminator 2. So he's basically playing the same type of guy. He's basically playing a inventor where he creates a cyborg, essentially. Great. But my friend and I, we were watching it, and we both kept doing the Miles Dyson death spoiler in Terminator 2, going, huh, 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 huh. Yeah, that kind of took me out of the film. The music, you know what? I don't know who was supposed to do what originally, but I like Danny. I've always been a big fan of Danny Elfman, so the fact that Danny Elfman came in and put in the classic scores that we know for the heroes that we love, like his Batman theme from '89. Oh man, to hear that swell music come in, oh, so good. And we get a small little bit of bum, 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 bum for Superman. Bring back John Williams' score. I love it, man. I mean, it was trying to please the older fans, and it did. It made me happy. Um, on top of that, all right, we got to talk about Flash. Ezra Miller as Flash was okay. He's not Grant Gustin. He's okay. I like the TV Flash better. He's more. I mean, he's got some faults too, but he personifies the Flash for me. He's that Flash is intelligent. This Flash kind of just comes off really insecure and really overly quippy, and just seems like he doesn't have a niche for being a hero. And I mean, if you need a young, inexperienced hero on the team, that's fine, but it was like, clearly he's supposed to be a fucking scientist, he's supposed to be brilliant. And you could argue this is like pre-Flash, but he's supposed to be fucking smart. He's supposed to build his own suit, and he did, but I didn't get that air of intelligence. I got that air of quirkiness and kind of like arrogance. Like, he just came off like a really kind of spoiled kid in his own way. And I didn't really like that. And on the suit, for the Flash suit, I didn't like. I felt like it was really reminiscent of like an Iron Man suit. It didn't fucking look right for me. And he runs so stupid. He runs like he's ice skating. Like, I would not be able to watch. I mean, look, I'm interested in Flashpoint because I'm interested in fucking with the multiverse. But I'm not interested in Flashpoint because of Ezra Miller's Flash. I mean, but at the same time, he had some funny lines. There were some genuinely funny scenes in Justice League. There were parts where I was laughing my fucking ass off. There's a really great scene between Lois Lane and Martha Kent, where she is such a mom joke, and you could totally see it was Joss Whedon's joke, where they're talking and Martha says to Lois, you know, Clark said that you were the thirstiest woman he's ever met, meaning she was like into journalism and like was always trying to be, had that hunger. That's the joke, is that she's like, you know, he said you were the thirstiest young woman he's ever met. There's an awkward silence, and she's like, hungriest young woman. And he's like, yeah, that's what he meant. Because, to be fair, Lois was pretty thirsty for Superman, so that was a big laugh out loud moment. Okay, the big bad, Steppenwolf. I don't know what the fuck it is, because Syrian Hines, I don't know what the fuck his name is. Great actor, and I've always liked him, but for some reason the CGI looks really shoddy. I almost kind of wish they went prosthetics. I almost kind of wish they went just old school. Make him a big bad dude in makeup and prosthetics, not with overly CGI motion capture, because, you know, watching something like War for the Planet of the Apes, the CGI motion capture is fucking flawless. But for this, it just really just didn't look right. $300 million budget, and most CGI I've seen a lot for a movie, it just wasn't used properly. And I'm not blaming the director, I'm not blaming Warner Brothers, I'm sort of just blaming all. This was a mashed up movie from multiple ideas. It didn't have a coherent vision. But Steppenwolf, the villain, I felt, you know, I think they should have just done Darkseid. You know, if Warner Brothers doesn't give a shit, but at the same time is trying to insist that they're not copying Marvel, they should just copy Marvel. Just be done. Like, we get it. You can't fucking force this, but you might as well just take advantage of it. I don't know. But overall, I thought the movie was fine. I had a lot of fucking questions. That's what this movie gave me. It just gave me more questions than answers. For instance, what in the fuck was up with this Russian family? I don't know if that was Joss Whedon or Zack Snyder, but they really focus a lot on this Russian family to try and give like humanity. But like, what about all the other Russians in fucking Russia? This one family lives in this fucked up little like town, and what the fuck was up with these weird flowers at the end when they fucking save the world? Like, what? What? Like I said, some genuine funny parts. That part where they bring Superman back to life, and he, like, the most of the Justice League has to like stop him now because he's sort of got amnesia. He doesn't know what the fuck is going on, and the Flash is like running towards him in super speed, and it's slowed down for us. And Flash is like running up behind Superman, and Superman just like turns and looks at him, and you see his look of on Flash's face where he's just like, no one's ever caught me running this fast. And that was a nice little scene. That look was pretty fucking funny. Honestly, I think one of my favorite fucking parts was after the credits. And that's not me saying, oh, the movie's over, yay, I'm done. No, it was like, there's 2 bonus credit scenes. My fucking favorite. Oh, God. Fucking Slade motherfucking Wilson. The Terminator. Deathstroke. Oh, my God. He shows up, and I could live with fucking Eisenberg's Lex Luthor for one more second. But, oh, my God, just to see this version of Slade Wilson. Oh, and he's got the gray. He just looked perfect. He looks fucking perfect. That's what I want to see. I want to see the Batman movie with Slade Wilson. Oh my God, I'm so excited for that. And God, but yeah, what the fuck was Aquaman doing in this movie? J.K. Simmons as Commissioner Gordon. You know, to me, I couldn't help but think he's gonna always be J. Jonah Jameson, but he was fine as Commissioner Gordon. I mean, the Batman parts, I'm always a Ben Affleck Batman fan anyway, so I liked those the most. I also kind of felt like he got really chubby in this. Like, his face is just way chubbier than it was in Batman vs. Superman, so I think, and they didn't show him shirtless, so I think he just kind of, they put him in a muscle, like, styrofoam suit. Like, it didn't look authentic. It just looked like he was packing on the weight. But whatever, I can't be too... look, I'm not Captain America. I'm fucking average American. That's what I am. So I can't be too critical of people that are overweight. But yeah, will I see it again? Yeah, I'll see it again, and I'll buy it when it comes out on DVD, and I'll enjoy it. I just didn't love it. It was definitely... For my rating, is it a... go out and fucking see this movie? Yeah, go out and fucking see this movie just so you can be like, okay, I saw Justice League, now I don't need to again. Is it I fucking hate this movie? No, it's not a fucking I hate this movie. It's definitely as a middle ground with, you should see this movie in theaters because it's a theater movie. And honestly, I hate to be that guy, but go out and see movies in theaters. Otherwise, there's not going to be fucking movies in theaters. They're not going to have a budget people aren't going to go out. So, yeah, it's overpriced as shit, but go out and see it. Fuck, that's the whole point. I'd rather go out to a movie than fucking watch it on my small fucking screen. Go out. The movie spectacle is an event. It shouldn't be a chore. But anyways, those are my thoughts on Justice League. I don't know what the future is going to be. But overall, I liked it. And I'm still looking forward to more Justice League movies because I'm a fan underneath. Alright, guys. Happy Thanksgiving. Love you all to death. And yeah. Bye.